Hello, my friends. Welcome back. I'm really happy to see you again today. Every time you join me here, you are improving your English step by step. And today, we are learning something very useful and very important. How to introduce yourself in English. Let me ask you, when you meet someone new, what's the very first thing you usually say? Do you say, "Hello, my name is..." If you answered yes, you are correct. That's the most common and simple way. But let me ask you another question. Have you ever thought, does my introduction sound friendly enough? Or maybe too formal? Or maybe too short? Here's the truth. There are many different ways to introduce yourself in English, and each one changes how people feel about you. For example, sometimes you want to sound professional, sometimes casual and relaxed, and sometimes you want to sound really confident. Let me give you a small story. One of my students, his name is Daniel, told me he always introduced himself by only saying, "My name is Daniel." But people often didn't continue the conversation. Why? Because it was too short, too basic. Later, I taught him to add just a little more, like, "Hi, my name is Daniel. I love playing football." And suddenly, people had something to connect with. They would reply, "Oh, really? Me too." And the conversation became natural. So today, I'll show you step by step how to introduce yourself in different ways. Formal, friendly, confident, even creative. And by the end, you will be able to choose the right style for the right moment. Are you ready? Let's begin. Part 1. Basic introduction. The easiest and most common way to introduce yourself is very simple. You can say, "Hello, I'm your name." For example, "Hello, I'm Sarah." You can also say, "Hi, my name is Daniel." Or even more casual, "Hey, I'm Anna." All of these are correct, and people will understand you right away. Now, let me ask you a question. When you introduce yourself, do you usually say "I'm" or "my name is"? If you answered "I'm," you are correct. Because "I'm" is shorter, and it sounds more natural in everyday life. It's the way most native speakers do it. Let me share a quick story. One of my students, Ahmed, always introduced himself by saying, "My name is Ahmed." And of course, that was correct. But it sounded a little formal. When I encouraged him to try, "I'm Ahmed," something changed. People told him he sounded more relaxed, more friendly, and even more confident. So here's the tip for you. My name is safe, clear, and polite. But if you want to sound more natural, especially in casual conversations, use "I'm" instead. Part 2. Adding more information. When you introduce yourself, don't stop only with your name. If you only say, "Hi, I'm your name," it's fine, but it ends too quickly. People don't learn much about you. So here's the trick. Add one more piece of information. It can be your job, your studies, or even your hobby. For example, "I'm Maria. I'm a nurse." "I'm Kevin. I study computer science. I'm Lily. I love playing guitar. I'm Daniel. I enjoy watching football. I'm Anna. I'm learning English because I want to work abroad. Now, let me ask you. When you meet someone new, what do you usually say after your name? If you answered job, study, or hobby, you are correct. Because this little detail makes your introduction more personal and more memorable. Let me tell you a story. One of my students, Sophia, used to only say, "Oh, hi, I'm Sophia." And yes, that was correct. But people often didn't know what to say next. Later, she tried something new. She said, "I'm Sophia, and I'm learning English because I want to travel." Suddenly, people became curious. They asked her, "Where do you want to travel? Which country do you like?" Her introductions became more interesting, and conversations lasted longer. So remember, adding just one more detail makes your introduction more powerful. Part 3. Talking about where you're from. Another common part of introduction is talking about where you're from. This is simple, but very important. You can say, "I'm from Ethiopia." "I come from Brazil." "I live in Turkey." Now, here's a quick question for you. Do you think "I'm from" and "I live in" mean the same thing? If you answered, no, you are correct. "I'm from" shows your origin, where you were born, where your family roots are. "I live in" shows your current location, where you stay now. For example, "I'm from India, but I live in Canada." "I'm from Egypt, and I live in Cairo." "I'm from Mexico, but these days I live in Spain." One of my students, Hiro from Japan, always used to say, "I live in Tokyo." But once, he met a foreigner. The person asked him, "Oh, are you from Tokyo originally?" That's when Hiro realized the difference. "I'm from Tokyo" means it's his home city. "I live in Tokyo" only means he stays there now. After that, Hiro started saying both. Like, "I'm from Osaka, but I live in Tokyo now." This made his introductions much clearer, and people understood him better. So remember, "I'm from" is your origin. "I live in" is your present. Both are correct, but they tell different stories. Part 4. Making it friendly now. Introductions are not just about facts. They are also about feelings, about being friendly. Because when you sound warm, people feel more comfortable with you. So, after saying your name, add a friendly phrase. For example, "Nice to meet you." "It's great to be here." "I'm happy to meet you." "It's a pleasure to meet you." "Glad to meet you." Now, let me give you some examples in full sentences. "Hi, I'm James." "Nice to meet you." "Hello, I'm Emma." "It's a pleasure to meet you." "Hey, I'm Daniel." "Glad to meet you." "Hi, I'm Sarah. I'm really happy to meet you today." Question for you. Which one do you usually use? "Nice to meet you" or "Pleased to meet you"? if you answered, "Nice to meet you." You are correct, because it's the most common and the most natural in daily English. Now, let me share a story. I had a student named Carlos. At first, he always said, "Hi, I'm Carlos." Yes, it was correct. But people usually just replied with short answers. Later, I asked him to add one more phrase. He tried, "Hi, I'm Carlos. Nice to meet you." And guess what? People smiled more. They looked happier. And the conversation continued naturally. That one small phrase completely changed how people reacted to him. So remember, introductions are not only about who you are, they are also about how you make people feel. Part 5. Confident introductions. Now, let's talk about sounding confident. Because sometimes, the way you introduce yourself can make people trust you more. A confident introduction is not only about words. It's also about your voice, your body language, and your smile. Here are some confident examples. Hi, I'm Daniel. I work as a software engineer. Hello, I'm Anna. I'm really passionate about teaching English. Hey, I'm Leo. I study business, and I enjoy meeting new people. Notice something? Each example is clear, short, and spoken with energy. Not too fast. Not too slow. Just natural. Now, let me ask you, when you introduce yourself, do you usually smile? If you answered, yes, you are correct. Because a smile makes your words stronger and shows confidence instantly. I'll tell you about one of my students. Her name was Fatima. At first, she spoke very quietly. She would say, "Hello, my name is Fatima," but in a low voice. People couldn't hear her well, and she didn't feel confident. Later, she started practicing with me. She stood tall. She smiled. She said, "Hi, I'm Fatima. I'm studying medicine." Suddenly, her English sounded powerful. People listened carefully, and she started to believe in herself more. So remember, confidence is not only in your English. It's in your voice, your eye contact, and the way you introduce yourself.